Welcome back, peeps, creeps, and fellow ghostings to another episode of Lights Out. I'm your boy Joe, and this is my partner in crime, Kim, and we are here to bring you the creeps, the goosebumps, and the shivers down your spine. Thank you guys for joining us here tonight. This is a pre-recorded session, but we'll be joining you live in the comment section, yeah? But look, before we go any further, please like, subscribe, and share. Every little bit helps, and we are very happy for you guys to be here with us. Kim, my the man with the X on his cap. Why do you always wear a cap?
Be-
I don't get why people wear caps like
because
indoors.
because unlike you, I have hair that I always need to set before shows or anything like that. But like for example, like for tonight, because I just had my shower, I'm not gonna put on like spray or anything on my hair so that I can go to sleep after, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
that's why I wear a cap or hat, so that I don't have to set my hair lah. Unlike you, you just come out of the shower, just clean your head only, man. You don't have to set your hair, right?
Bro, it's so good. It's so good just to come from the shower. All I do is like when you know what I do? I put moisturizing like a lotion on it, like
Okay,
a soap. When it
okay.
comes out, I love running my hands through my scalp. It is so smooth and beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it.
You're trying to convince me to shave my hair?
Can you imagine us walking down the street and then like just two bald guys just
No,
walking down the street? No, you don't want to go
no,
there.
no.
That's
I don't
okay.
want
I
to
don't
go
want to
there.
go there.
No, I don't go there.
No,
All
no.
right. So
How's
once again, wait. Once again, a reminder that if you guys have yet to subscribe to the channel, please do. It will help us even by just one subscriber,
one hundred
even
percent?
just that one bit. Do share this with your family, friends. We are on Spotify as well. If you guys like, oh, I want to go have a run, or I want to go have a workout, I need something to listen to, and I enjoy horror stories, or I enjoy people talking crap about stuff, then this is the podcast that you are listening to lah, huh? So tell your family, friends, uncle, auntie, grandfather, grandmother, grand auntie, grand uncle, everybody lah, everybody, your neighbor's dog. So I tell everybody about this, share it with them,
Cousin,
yeah, cousin. And
cousin,
also,
sorry, cousin.
if you want to support us in another way, you can also find us on buy me a coffee buymeacoffee.com forward slash
Lights out,
lights
ghost.
out ghost stories.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
no, lights out, ghost.
Oh, sorry,
Because we
sorry.
couldn't put the
Lights
ghost
out
ghost stories
ghost.
there simply because the bloody URL would allow us to extend it that far.
Too long lah. Huh? Not
It's
everything
just
that is too long that is good lah. Huh? Okay, so you can also find us there as well. Okay, of course, if you guys have
that's what I
stories that
tell
you wanted to
myself.
share with us, and or you know a friend that wanted to share a story, always reach out to us and let us know. And yeah, so what story do we have for tonight, Joe?
So we are going to the United States, and I managed to go and speak to this former United States Army
Mm,
um, personnel.
mm.
She had an encounter when she was in, if I'm not wrong,
Service.
see, yeah, when she was service in the Middle East. So she tells the story. She wants to remain anonymous, so I've had to blur out her face as well as her, just kind of disguise her voice a little bit because she
Mm.
apparently has a bit of a TikTok presence and she just doesn't want.
Ah,
And before I kind of continue with that, like this story was a very difficult story for her to tell.
okay.
Now, pictures is man, it took about close to 4 hours over two separate occasions of recordings for her to actually tell this story. Now,
Oh.
what you'll see is the story is not very long. So it's not a long story at all. It's quite short, actually.
Mm.
But because of the nature and the environment with which the story occurred in, it occurred within the context of war and one or two of the people that she just talked about in the story, they're no longer with us because
Oh.
they unfortunately committed suicide
Oh.
after they arrived back into the United States. So this story is very personal to her,
Mm.
and it was a very difficult story for her to tell.
Mm.
So this occurred over two sessions. The first one I kind of had to almost cut out because she was quite distraught telling the story and recalling the trauma that she went through. The second interview that I did with her, it was a much better one, and she requested to do that, so she was a little bit more composed. But yeah, you know what? I think even before we we go and transition to listen to that story, what I'd like to say is that, I really want to dedicate this podcast tonight to all the people who have passed away in the service of their country, and all the people who are left back, who are struggling with post-traumatic stress, and the people who have, decided to take their lives as a result of being in military engagements. So we hope there's peace for everyone within that kind of sphere of engagement.
Indeed, indeed. I also wanted to say something whereby I think there are a lot of us who have never been in that situation. We always don't
Yeah.
understand whereby why do you suffer from what a lot of us known as PTSD, right? Whatever you mentioned, which is post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
A lot of us were questioning like, why would you get something like that after you come back from a service like that? It's just that because we've never been in that kind of situation, we do not know how is it like to be in a war. I mean, a lot of us are, which we can consider ourselves very, very lucky because we don't have to, right? We've never been like in a war whereby we anytime or any day, the next thing you wake up, you have bombs over your head and your camp might be attacked and stuff like that. We just do not know, right? So
That's
all
right.
this military or armies that have been protecting our nation, it's really, really thankful after that what they've gone through. It's either during the service or even after they come back from the service. It's a hard time.
Very,
It's a hard time.
very, very much so. And without getting political, there's a lot of unrest in the world today. And I suppose that I wanna just kind of send out feelings of peace out there, and let's hope that the unrest in the world settles down in the very near future. Yeah. But yeah, so this is a very important story for this individual. I'm gonna call her Lisa. Okay, I'm gonna call her
Lisa,
Lisa. So
not her
this is
actual name.
Lisa's, not her actual name. This is
Yeah,
Lisa's story,
yeah.
and again, short but creepy. Let's take a
Okay.
listen.
So, grandparent passed away on leave for emergency leave. Um, was in the Middle East in Ramadi. It was about, I don't know. I heard like we were about 100 and some change. We'll just say about 100 and some change outside of the major hub, which is Baghdad. Biop. It was probably more or less. I don't know. It's been years. But got orders. That was jarring for me that she thought my grandparent had passed. And we're driving through the desert, and I wasn't the only one who had emergency leave or was going on R&R. There was a couple of us, like or multiple, 4 of us that were going. And you can't take your weapon with you when you go on R&R. You have to check it in with the armor. There was a huge noise. It sounded like a helicopter was landing in the middle of nowhere. So that led the team leader and the lead Humvee to get on the line, and he's like, are we expecting like air coverage, or do we have aerial? Is there, what's going on here? And then everybody else is piping in, and I was the team leader at the time, and we're just like, what? Everybody knew the game plan and knew that night what was supposed to go down. That was not part of the plan. That noise was not part of the plan. So I'll break it down like it's more for civilians, I guess you could say. He's in a turret, so he's up top. He's in a Humvee that's moving around, and he can see basically almost about, I wouldn't say 360, like 180. If he turns around, he could. But he was looking, he was scanning. That's their job. They're scanning. They're lookouts. And they hear everything. They can hear everything up there over the Humvee because they're above everybody. And all the gunners and all the Humvees were popping their heads down like that. There's nothing out here. And then, we stopped for a good 20, 30 seconds. We weren't supposed to. We were not supposed to stop. It was like something tapping. And then it got louder and louder and louder, and then it sounded like blades of a helicopter. And that's how we knew it wasn't a helo, because there was nothing coming up around us. It was just that noise, and then it was quiet. And we're like, everybody uses the same adage, like, what the fuck is going on here? What's, like, I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it. Sorry. It was like, what the fuck are we dealing with here? Like, what is this? And, I look over and I told my gunner, I was like, hey man, use your nods, look and see what that shit is. He looks over and he sees this, like, weird smoke. It's like blue and green and black, and it's like coming up from the ground of that. So so my gunner had nods on. He had nods on, and two other guys had nods on, and they saw it through the night vision, and then they flipped the nods off, and they could actually see this weird smoke shit. One of my soldiers said it was so bright that the nods like burnt his eyes, and he still has eye problems to this day. Like, he has to wear sunglasses at night, sunglasses during the day. There's a difference between seeing what's going on with your naked eye and uh, what you think is going on in your head. There's a total difference. And we look out and we see this weird ass, like, green and blue and like this weird smoke pop up out of the ground. I mean, it popped up out of the ground, dude. And it was gone. The outline was gone, but it was in the air and then out of sight. Like, what the, humans don't, yeah, like, humans can't jump 20 feet up in the air and gone. So we all thought we were crazy. We all thought we lost our minds. So nobody wanted to talk about it. Nobody wanted to open up about it. So we hop out. We're like ready to fucking engage. I didn't have a weapon because I'm going on leave. So I'm sitting in the front seat of the Humvee looking out my fucking shitty window like, what is going on, man? And I have my gunner above me, and I have my sergeant to the left, and all of a sudden you hear this loud, just huge crack. And it sounded like a pop, and we weren't sure if it was a gunshot or what, but then the sergeant first class, and he came back and he looked, and there was a rock like the size of a baby's head had hit one of the windows. Like, there was a little crack. I mean, they're up armored. I mean, it was a pretty good crack, but I mean, where it hit the corner of the like the post, like an A-frame. Everybody said it's time to fucking go. Everybody did. Everybody's like, it's time to go. We're out of here. We all got up, we loaded up, and we took off. But when we got back was when, I mean, you could hear it on the Humvee radios. Everybody was talking, and everybody was talking about it sounded like a helo, and the gunner was like, I see this weird looking smoke stuff going, and it was intense. So when we got back. Yeah, when we got to Biot, which is Baghdad International Airport. We picked up an interpreter for the Marines. He was going back, but he overheard. He was kind of mingling, trying to meet everybody. Because he thought that he knew that two of the dudes that were with me were going back. So he was just trying to be friendly and get to know. And they weren't they were friendly once they got to know everyone. But he was a really nice guy, and he just kind of overheard we were talking like at a whisper, and he kind of overheard the what the fuck was that thing? And he goes, what thing? And we're like, oh shit, here we go. So, and I got a young soldier with me, and he goes, oh, we saw this freaking weird smoke and this black figure that just like out of the desert. And he goes, oh, you saw a Jinn. And we're like, oh, what? We'd heard the rumblings, the noises, the stories, the demon, the ghosts, the ghouls, Oh, we had heard from some of our other friends that had just did their rotation over there that were coming back. They're like, man, there's some weird shit in that desert at night. And there's a difference between your mind playing tricks on you and you knowing what you're feeling, what you're seeing is not okay. It's not right. There's something amiss. And you know what's real and what's not.
All right, I'll give a very brief synopsis of what she was saying. Her grandparent had passed away, so she was kind of going back to leave, and she left in this whole kind of like train of Humvees right into the desert towards the airport. Now, as they were traveling through the desert, they heard this sound, like she says, a tapping sound, and it became this whoop, 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 and they all thought it was a helicopter. But they realized that there's not meant to be any helicopters there. They don't have air support. It's just a routine kind of transport mission, right? And when they stopped, when it got silent, the gunner had a look through his nods, which is like a night vision goggle, and that's when he saw this kind of like green blue smoke coming up from the ground, right? And then before anyone knew what was happening, this thing apparently jumped up into the sky and just flew off somewhere else. No more smoke. And then when they all got out of the car, now what she told me was they all didn't think it was paranormal at first. They went, something's happening. We're about to get ambushed. So that was not. I didn't include that into the video because there was a lot of other things in there as well that she didn't want revealed. But basically, they thought they were going to get attacked, and she was panicking, bro. She was like, because I'm going on leave, I had to check my weapon back of armory, so I have no weapon. We thought we were fucked. She goes, there's no air support, there's no nothing. There were probably insurgents in the desert, and we thought we were going to die. So they got up and they kind of the aim. They were just like kneeling down. They were just watching and waiting for the attack. And that's when they heard this huge bang. Now, you know it's a Humvee, right? It's like a like a Humvee. It's a huge vehicle, and in the American Army, that Humvee is what she called up armored. So they're not, perhaps not 100% bulletproof, but very much so. And I think
it's
the
not
design.
it's not a tank, but it's still an armored vehicle.
It's an armored vehicle, man. You know, so in case they go through IEDs, you know, it's protected. So it's a huge thing. And what she said was when that person called her over, right, the glass was cracked. Now, the force that will need to do that, I can't even imagine. And they saw this huge rock on the ground in the shape of a child's, like, you know, in the size of a child's head, right?
Yeah.
So they were going, you know, screw this. We got to get out of there. They all jumped in the vehicle. They booked it, picked up an interpreter. Interpreter hears what they're saying. And he goes, you saw a Jinn. Now, again, what was not in the video was he said, not only did you see a Jinn, you saw what we call an Ifrit. An Ifrit is a Jinn that is born out of fire. So it's like a fire-based Jinn, a Jinn from the underworld. And what she was saying was this is not the first time that she and her friends have heard about like ghost stories, encounters with the supernatural in the Middle East. And that gunner was the man that I think eventually took his life when he came back. So again, like, you know, she was a very, very personal story to her. And man, she was like really like freaked out even when telling that story. You could see her actually start remembering it. Now I'm curious, man. What are your thoughts about this?
Okay, I wanted to know whether is Lisa the one? Is Lisa the same person to tell the toilet story?
The toilet story.
Yeah, the one that is in the camp whereby.
No, this is a different one. No,
this is a different. Oh,
it's a different one.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, in fact, she told a story about. She later on told a story. It was a bit disjointed because you know it was late and we were trying to figure out which stories to tell. And the story that she actually told, one of the stories involved like a toilet, and it actually made me think. I was going, hang on a second, like is this the same woman? Is this the same story? Different one, man. Completely different one, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've not read or I've not heard of a lot of stories that happen in the Middle East or in warland or something like something like that. So again, I want to say if let's say we take this context from a Muslim perspective, from a Muslim point of view, because Muslim believe that before the creation of human, there was a creation of Jinn. So Jinn is pretty much a creature similar to us. It's also created by God, and they have inhabit the earth way longer than us human, right? And they also believe that all the things that we see today on Earth that we call like what Lisa mentioned earlier on, like ghouls, demons, or things like that. It all came from Jinn. It's just that they can shift their shape, whereby they can take a shape of something that you fear the most. So that's why a lot of people would see like a Pontiana, people would see Pocong, So all these entity, but actually they are all jinns. It's just that they take different shape. Which I kind of reminded of a story whereby I don't know why, but somehow this story it's quite freaky. I don't know why. It's because like in Sarawak we don't have a highway like in West Malaysia, right? We have highway, but it's just that our highway is rather new. It's called Pan Borneo, and it's nothing like in West Malaysia where we don't have a lot of stops in between. Right, so highway in West Malaysia, the rest stops like maybe I don't know, probably like 20-30 kilometer, then you get a rest stop, or 50 kilometer, then you get a rest stop, so that if you're driving a long distance like 6-8 hours, you get a rest in between those hours. So I remember this story whereby there's this guy who is driving, right? So I think he is going back to hometown, or either that or he's coming back from hometown. So because usually they would drive like late, not they would drive late, they would start their journey like maybe 5-6 in the evening, so that they will reach home like maybe midnight, so that they don't then they can go sleep. Then the next day they can, it's a new day, so they don't waste a day. Like if they start like in the morning, so that they will waste the whole day driving, right? Some of them prefer it that way. So this guy's story was like, okay, so he was driving back or from hometown, and then he was driving. So his journey is maybe about 6 hours or so. So he started his journey like 4-5 in the evening. So as he got to like driving, then he's like, it's time to do his prayers, right? To do his dua. So it's like then he stopped lah. He find one of this rest stop. So he went down. He said, if I'm not mistaken, he was actually performing the last prayer, which is Maghrib. So Maghrib happens around 8, right? 8. So that was the last one. I'm sorry if I got mistaken, but I remember it was the last one, not the second last one, right? Because the second last one and the last one is very near. So probably it's Isha instead of Maghrib. Maghrib is the one that is earlier. So he's supposed to perform the last one, right? So he stopped at this rest stop. So in Malaysia, all of our rest stops has surau. Surau is where you can perform your prayer.
Sure.
So he stopped lah, because it's late at night. He say it's not a festival season, and it's not like weekend, so there's not a lot of people traveling. So when he stopped, he's driving by himself, right? So when he stopped, he's like, I just need to go to the surau and perform my prayers, and then just get a short rest or something, then I'll move on. So he stopped lah. So he said he stopped at the rest stop. The rest stop was quiet. There's not a lot of people. He said not a lot of people. You can see in one glance, it's not a lot of people. But it's lighter lah. It's lighter, and he can still go. So then he went. Then he went to the surau and performed his prayer. So he said, as he performed, obviously because there's not a lot of people. So when he was doing his prayer, he was by himself, right?
Right.
So he was in the surau by himself. So he did his prayer. Then the weird thing is when he did his prayer, he said every time he said one line of his prayer, he can hear there's an echo behind him. Right? He can hear an echo behind him. So he's like, then he thought, probably it's another Muslim friend who came to perform the same prayer. That's why there's another voice. Right? So he didn't think much about it. Then that is when, so Muslim has when you perform prayer, you are supposed to do this action whereby you bow down before you. So he said when he bowed down, he kind of caught a glimpse of somebody behind him.
Screw that.
Right? So he felt like as if there is something doing the same action as he is doing, right? So he still thought that, it's somebody. Then he didn't think much about it. He just performed everything, and then he left. He said, but the weird thing is, the moment he turned and the person behind him is no more longer there. Right? So he thought, okay lah, maybe the person finished before I did, because he said I said an extra prayer, rather on top of the one that I'm supposed to say. So he kind of like leave early, way later after that, right? So he thought like, okay, maybe the guy left first. So he didn't think much about it. And after that, he just go to the bathroom, and then after that he ciao lah. Got to the car, he left. So a couple of hours later, he sampai his home lah, his hometown. Oh, sorry. Okay, now I remember. He's supposed to go back to his kampong, right? So now he sampai his kampong. So kampong now has family members, right? So he was saying, oh, it's good to have you back, blah blah blah. So then after that, as they were talking, do not know how the rest stop, the one that he stopped and performed the prayer, it was brought up in the conversation. So he's like, oh, it's good that this rest stop, blah blah blah. I get to stop at one of this surau to perform my prayer. Then this family like, which one are you talking about? Then he's like, oh, this one. They were like, wait, this one at this time? Are you sure you stopped here and performed your prayer? He said, yeah. He still described and blah blah blah. Then apparently one of the family members say, that rest stop has been long abandoned. People have not been using that rest stop. Because there are some rest stop whereby people still do their business there. There are people who like sell food, fruits, drinks, and stuff like that. They say the rest stop has been abandoned for long. Nobody actually use that rest stop anymore. Okay. As this story was told, actually there are comments saying that, but if you think it in a good way, probably there's a jinn that has been there's a Muslim jinn that actually helped you, whereby they lighted up the area, they perform a prayer with you. They did not disturb you, right? They did not do anything bad to you, but instead they help you. But of course, I mean, if I'm the person who experienced it, I'm like, yeah, maybe I don't need that help after all lah. So
yeah. No, thank you.
That is a Jinn story.
That's a creepy story, man. And look, for the people out there who are not really conversant with Islamic kind of like theology, mythology, and stuff like that, jinns are very much like people in the way that they can have religion, they can even be disbelievers, they can also be good, they can also be bad, and some of the jinns can also be like protectors, and so they protect people who are there. And some of them probably know the Quran a lot better than human beings who are alive, So again, I've heard stories about this, listening to other podcasts, right, where someone does their dua and they can hear murmuring of the same scripture that they're reading at that time, and they can hear the thing repeated. So, but you know what, bro? Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I just want to put it out there. It doesn't matter whether it's a good jinn, bad jinn, jinn in a cup. Please don't help me out by bringing me to an abandoned place and let me say my prayers. I don't want that. I don't want that.
No?
That's okay. If cannot go lah. Huh? Afterwards, I go confession. Just no.
Let me do it on my own lah. Let me do it on my own.
I do it in my car. And then if God is angry with me, okay lah, he's angry with me lah. He's known as the all merciful as well, right? So it's all right, bro. It's all right. But man, I think I really like stories about the jinn because it's one sense related to me being in a Judeo-Christian framework, right? Like I'm Christian. I mean, I'm Catholic, Christian Catholic, and we also have this concept of angels, which are very different. Like there are angels in Islam, and jinn are very different. But it's very closely aligned to our idea of spirits and even what do I call it, like demons as well, right? Because some of the jinn is almost viewed as if they are demons as well. And I think that the stories in the Middle East about people encountering stuff is so freaking awesome because it's such an old part of the world. There's so much conflict there.
Yeah,
There's so much history there. You know, in one sense, it's the cradle of civilization, and the stories and of black magic and the Jinn, they just abound in that country. So I just want to ask, right, any of our viewers out there, if you have any stories about the Jinn, any stories about things that have happened to you, perhaps in the Middle East, please send them in. They're my favorite subject to talk about, and I'm sure that we can do another interview and stuff like that, or even an expose on the Jinn. Maybe we can give that to KK Heng. Speaking of KK Heng, people out there, you might know that we have other shows in the Lights Out family. One of them is After Dark with KK Heng, where he does movie reviews, stuff like with Ghostbusters, and he gives his own spin. Man, the last one about the Ghostbusters, dude did like a thesis on the whole history and the origin of the Ghostbusters, man. So I take my hat off to him. And as well,
He's a scholar among us, lah.
he is a, you know what, bro? I think he does a lot more work than we do for Lights Out. I'm pretty sure he does, but don't tell anyone about that. Don't tell him that I said that anyway.
Yeah, I feel like if let's say we are in the classroom, the one who always stood outside with the chair on top of our head is the both of us, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy that we pay money to copy his work.
Correct. He's the one who to take money to finish our assignment, lah.
Yeah, give us we give you this lah. Just do the work for us, bro. We just change a little bit lah. Don't worry, now got ChatGPT. Don't need KK Heng. Yeah, but we also have another collaboration with Weekend Wanderers as well as Chichi Costello and Sonia Corana called Out There. And so they talk about urbexing, the world of urbexing, as well as the paranormal, all mixed into one. And that's run. Those two shows are run by KK Heng. So please show us your love and your support.
Yeah,
very much so. I'm just wondering, we got time for some TikToks.
We always got time for some TikTok.
Always got time for some TikToks. And do you know who's the master talker?
Who's the master talker?
Ivan Go. So
none other than
these TikToks are stand by our master talker. I think we need to find like an official title for Ivan Go, like the Talk Master. I don't know, the Tick Man. I'm very bad. I don't know. The Tick Man
sounds disgusting, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like a man full with ticks. Isn't that disgusting? The Tick Man.
Yeah.
The Talk Master sounds good, lah.
The Talk Master.
Yeah,
but that even sounds weird. It's all right. We'll find something anyway. But these are a bunch of videos sent in by by Ivan Go. Thank you very much, bro. You always send us the good stuff, and I'm gonna go and pick one for us to actually watch right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
This next video comes from a hotel worker who works late night shifts. Him, along with some other colleagues, were setting up some new furniture in some of the rooms on the second
Hotel
floor.
look a bit old.
So during this period,
Yeah,
there were no
American
other
Hotel
guests
looks like
staying in any of the rooms on this floor. However, one room in particular seemed to catch their attention.
The girl's scary. Fuck, the girl's scary.
The second floor, there's no one on this floor. Stop.
So the friend is walking to a room.
They hear some strange noises coming from one of the rooms that is meant to be empty. On another day, the hotel staff keeps receiving calls from this very same room on the second floor, where they heard noises previously. And at this time, the whole floor still has no guests. So one staff member decides to go and check it out to see who's calling.
Alright, so we're getting crazy calls from this room that is unoccupied in the second floor. And this is like the third time it's happened.
Right.
And I'm bringing y'all along with me, so...
You should bring another colleague. Why are you bringing us?
Yeah, someone live.
So
Yeah,
the person
this
is
looks
walking
like
to
the
same
back
room.
rooms.
This little trip that I've been doing constantly.
Is he the concierge or working there?
I have no idea, man. if I'm at a hotel, I'm not paid
Yeah.
good enough to do
And,
this shit.
at almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
man.
Oh, he must be a concierge. Must work there. Something's gonna come out.
Oh, okay. There's no light. Light cannot be switched on.
Oh!
Wait, is he trapped in a room? Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Thank God.
You can switch on the light. Okay, there's... Shit, is he in a room by himself?
Yeah, why would he even go there?
No one's here. Everything's chilling.
What a dumbass. This is why white people die, man.
Is the camera stopped
Yeah,
there
he's in the
because
room.
he sees something?
No one here, no phone calls.
He's trying to show it's an empty room.
I'm out.
Okay.
This is weird.
The room is completely empty with no sign of anybody being there.
But
Yet somehow the phone stationed in his room keeps calling.
Okay.
In another video, two colleagues place their phone in an elevator and send it down to the second floor, while they both race to see who gets to it first. But
Funny,
something
funny.
unexpected is
play
captured.
some more.
Watch closely.
Play some more. Okay, let's go. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. I bet you there's a shadow. I bet you there's a shadow on the thing.
They were stuck in the stairwell, it says. Okay. So the phone was still in the elevator.
Yeah. What?
So the door opened, but there's nothing there. The door opened, there's nothing there. The phone is still there.
Oh,
and
can you hear that?
oh,
And?
somebody said and the door opens again, as if somebody is pressing the button.
Oh no.
Holy!
Fuck me!
The elevator opens and closes a few times, and a strange voice can be heard inside.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, the girl pops up out of nowhere, unexpectedly. Just a few days after this, the second floor is still free of any guests, and two of the hotel staff are adding some new furniture to one of the rooms, when something undeniably horrifying is captured.
Something's gonna happen.
How do you up the stairs? I don't know, but I mean, I felt bad, but also no, don't feel bad. It's just terrible. Didn't you look at clean it?
It says the light in this room doesn't work, so we have to work in the dark.
Like I don't know. Yeah.
Oh shit!
My sister she
Wait, I don't see it. What was it?
asked for the whole week
In the mirror, bro.
because like we're gonna get dinner with her.
There's something in the mirror.
Telling in, you know, like the whole thing. So she
Oh my lord.
Is there a person standing there?
No. It's after, like before.
if you where's my do you have my phone? Have you seen it?
I'm sure they'll show it again.
I think I left it on the table.
Oh man, they gave me chills.
Are you filming with my phone? For the vlog.
You're gonna see it. They're probably gonna show it again.
Somebody cares.
I'm with my...
What do you want to talk about?
I'm
Where the
with
mirror
my-
should go? Yeah, actually, let's do our job.
I'm with my
Okay.
jaw almost at my
Alright.
neck.
Chat, should the mirror go
Here
in this
the
corner?
right corner.
Okay. Or in that corner?
A dark shadow
Okay, what-
figure
can you see that?
be
Can you see
seen
that?
behind them in the mirror, just standing there watching them. And when she pans the phone around the room, seconds
nothing
later,
there.
the figure is gone from the corner, and the rest of the room is completely empty. Are all these cases linked
You
to
see
this
that?
one room on the second floor? Perhaps something bad happened here in the past.
Shiver me
Let me know what
timbers.
you think.
I have to say, bro, hotels. I feel very. Hotels, they don't freak me out, but I find hotels eerie by nature.
Yeah, because it's always, you know, when those hotel rooms that is not okay. I find hotels that is you know, like those more expensive rooms, or the room that is
Yeah.
not always occupied.
Yeah.
They have this sense of, I don't know. It feels if it's a different cold inside because it's not exposed to a lot of sunlight, and
Yeah, for sure.
there's a feeling of wetness. I do not know how to explain it. Yeah, there's a certain moist feeling inside when you enter a room.
Can you please stop saying the word wet and moist when you're talking about haunted place, especially when you're talking about hotel rooms? I
Is
don't
it
want to
not?
hear about what's I don't want to hear about what's moist or wet in a hotel room. Kim, oh my god.
Hey,
You
okay.
only
I remember a story about hotel. Oh, wait. Should I tell it now or should I tell
Yeah,
it?
tell it,
next
tell it,
episode?
tell it. Tell me a story about the hotel.
Okay. So this is okay. This is, I have to give credit lah, huh? This is a story that I heard from another podcast, and
Okay.
I just heard it this earlier on when I was doing my workout. So I try to shorten the story lah, huh? So the story
Sure.
is it's told by air steward. So this is an air steward. This hotel is in Dublin.
Okay.
I think it's in Dublin. It's all right, Dublin.
Ireland, yeah.
So yeah, Ireland. So you know, when air stewardess, when they travel, they usually will be staying in the same floor, right? They will not stay in the same room, but they will stay in the same floor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that it's easier for transport, logistic, or any, like, wake up call and stuff like that, right? So they will
Yeah, sure.
usually be stationed in the same floor. So there's this one time, let's call this guy Morgan, right? Morgan. So Morgan is actually a junior air steward, and he was flying to Dublin. So when they checked into this hotel, he said first thing was weird is because he was not stationed in the same floor as the rest of his crews. So
Always bad
everybody
news, always
is in
bad
one
news.
is in one wing, and he was in another wing, right? So he thought it was weird. But then after that, he thought, oh, maybe he's a junior, right? Maybe he's a junior. That's why he's been stationed another wing. Or maybe the room was just full and then he had to go somewhere else. So he thought, okay, he don't think much about it, right? So then after that, he just went into his room lah. He just went to this room. Then after that, so all this element is quite important. So he actually put his luggage into his room. He put his identification, staff ID into the room, So he everything settled down now, everything settled down. He took a shower, everything was normal. But he said he felt a bit creepy when he entered that area, right? But he said one of the things that air steward or stewardess have to remember is whenever you go to this area, you have to remember where is your room, which turn it was, so that this
Okay.
report, you actually have to give it to your supervisor. In case of anything, your supervisor know where you are. Things like that, lah, huh?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
if this was
Your location and stuff
your
like that, yeah.
location and stuff like that, lah. So he remembered where's the room. So he took a shower and everything, right? So then after that, this part I don't remember quite well. It's either that he was taking a rest or something like that, right? So he said he heard somebody almost like growling, but was saying his name. So it sounded like Morgan, right? So he can hear it like very clearly, but there is nobody in the room, right? So he felt like this is weird, and this thing does not happen only 1-2 times. It happened a couple of times, right? So he like, okay, shit, this is weird because where does the voice come from? TVs.
Where's it coming
The
from?
TV does not say anything like that, and then the thing was mentioning my name, so he thought it was weird, but he didn't think much about it. When the next thing he said, okay, next thing that I need to know is I need to do a dinner call or something like that lah. So he need to arrange a dinner for all his colleagues, so they need to go somewhere else to makan, right? So he like, okay lah, maybe when I do this, I should check with the counter as I'm leaving or come back later, right? Because of this weird thing that is happening. So that's what he did. He pergi makan lah. Then after that, when he balik, so he tell the counter that he is now in this room and this thing happened, right? The weird thing happened. So then the counter like, wait, what? Then the counter have to do like a background check. What is your name? who is your employer, and then because they felt weird is because why are you not with the rest of the
crew,
colleagues?
Yeah.
Why are you in another direction? So he said, I don't know, because I was given this room. That's why I went to the other side. So then after that, they're like, it's not supposed to happen, Then after that, he said, okay, by the way, I am in this room. Let's say that he said he is in room 123, right? 123. Then everybody, all the front staff heard him say 123 room, right? Everybody looked at each other, then they started laughing. He was like, why are you guys laughing? Then after that, he said, I'll get my supervisor to come and check it for you, right? Then the supervisor came, we tell the story. Then the supervisor like, wait, it's impossible. They say, what is impossible? Then he say, okay, I'm going to get another security. Let's come together with me. Then the security came.
That's always bad news, bro.
But this teaser is something that I felt like I've never heard it before. Okay, so the security, then he said he remembered the superior, the supervisor or manager, reminded the security to bring extra torchlight. This is what they say, bring extra torchlight. So the security came with an extra torchlight. So they all went to the place that he was staying, right? He said the moment the elevator sampai my floor, the door opened, it was pitch black.
Oh, shit.
Pitch black. Then the manager say, you know why we laugh? We laugh is because when you mentioned this room, this whole floor was under renovation.
Oh, my Lord.
There's nothing there, right? So the torchlight is on now, right? The torchlight is on. Then he say, okay, then, because they show him around, okay, this is all renovation. Then he say, everything that he remember seeing coming out from the elevator, he still remember the wallpaper was with flowers, the carpet, all of that. Now when he come back to it, it was nothing there already. There was nothing there, right? It was completely under renovation. So he said, this is weird. But he said, you know what? Because I did the report where my room was, let's go to that location, he said. Weird enough is all his luggage, stuff ID is in that room.
Oh, fuck me.
So, yeah, that is the hotel room story that I got.
Bro, well, Chris, if that happened to you, what will go through your mind?
I don't know. I mean, I felt that I would be somewhat. I mean, it's still creepy lah. I was still creeped out by maybe next time my supervisor or my superior say, "Oh, Clem, the next flight you are going to the same place, same hotel again." I'm like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna go work as a pump attendant in a gas station somewhere. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. Because the thing is, you see, what if, right? This is, you go out, you were in that room for quite some time. You go out, then after that you come back, you see, shit, it's actually places under renovation. What if actually you were taking a shower? The guy actually took shower. He said he actually took shower.
So where's the freaking water coming from?
Yeah, right. He said, you imagine you were in a shower or something like that, then suddenly blackout. Then after that you're like, hey shit, blackout. Then suddenly when the power come back on, then you realize the whole thing is under renovation. Now you sit in the bathtub that is not even completely done yet. And then what do you want to do now?
Brother, I say this without a shadow of a doubt. I'd shit myself. I'm just trying to put myself, into that scenario, right? You're having, let's not even say bathtub, let's just say shower, where you can get out easily. Right? So you're taking a shower, suddenly water switches off, light switches off, and you're going, what the F? Then you feel around, you grab your phone, you freaking turn it on, a completely different location, everything's all falling apart. Bro, you'd be even you talk about wanting to run away, right?
Yeah.
You'd be scared to even come out of the shower.
Yeah, right. I 100%, man, 100%.
And then because you got to come up from the shower, naked, right? No under, you're fucking naked, right? Let's even say you put the freaking towel over yourself. You got to come into the bathroom. You got to go into your room. Okay, you're gonna go out of your room.
Yeah.
Open the door. You're gonna go out of your room. You gotta
take the elevator.
No, not even that. You got to go down a fucking corridor, which is darker than anything you've ever had. You've got to go to an elevator that probably doesn't exist, okay? Because it's not freaking working. If it's not working, you got to take the step, bro. Bro, there's no way. I would just say, okay, come and take me. Come and keep me. I'm finished. I'd rather be killed in the bed in the bathroom than go out of that bathroom.
Ayo, okay lah. I think the hotel story have to stop here, because we are gonna travel very soon, and we're gonna experience a lot of hotels room very very soon. Talking about travel, so we're gonna bring up Bali once again, ladies and gentlemen. So what's gonna happen in Bali, Joe? Let's go.
We have planned a complete, all expenses included, paranormal
Except
tour
flight
of Bali.
ticket, like,
Except flight tickets, yeah, flight ticket. You gotta get your ass over there, right? If you're traveling from Canada to come, we're not gonna pay for your air ticket. I'm not that rich. Okay, I'm not rich, so that's not gonna happen. If you get yourself there, we'll pick you up, take you to the hotel, feed you, not clothe you, feed you, and don't worry, the hotel is not gonna be where you turn off the light. Suddenly, everything is gonna be refurbished. You're in the middle of the jungle in small pondo. That's not gonna happen. It's gonna be like.
We only 80% guarantee, 80%. Because
Yeah,
it's
because
a paranormal tour.
Because where you're staying is actually fucking haunted as well. Right? Like
Exactly.
we know, right? It's
exactly.
And there's stuff around there so we're not going to give too much away. We'll be visiting places in Bali that you will have probably seen on social media. You have seen on things like TripAdvisor and stuff like that. The twist being that we will show you a side to those locations that you perhaps haven't seen before. In at least one of those locations, we will probably likely be one of the very few who is going to be allowed into that area. So please, if you're very interested, send us an email at lightsoutghoststories@gmail.com. If that doesn't work, reach out to us on Facebook, or you can't reach out to us on Spotify, but basically Facebook.
You can just also comment on our YouTube and say, hey guys, I've been trying to reach out, but nobody responded to me. Can you send me an email? Then drop your email there. We will come to you also.
Yeah, we'll come to you. We'll get back to you, and we'll send you a very nice booklet on what the tour is all about and what to expect. And we really do hope to kind of see you there. And it's going to be a relatively intimate tour, so you get to kind of interact with everyone on that tour. And for those of you who are going, Joe, why are you bringing us to these places? What happens if the hantu tete appears in my room at night and tickles my toes? And I'll give you, don't worry, we have on hand someone who's able to help you with stuff like that.
Yes.
A person who's a practitioner in Bali and who's a very well-respected practitioner in Bali. And how you know he's effective? He has no website. He has no Facebook account, right? He's there with and for the people. So please get in contact with us, and we'll give you a life experience that you've never had before.
Yeah, like
in a weird hotel.
Yeah, when the last time we went there, I felt like it's actually kind of exciting, is because there are places that we visited when we were in Bali the last round. Some of these places, even the local themselves never reach. So it's really, really interesting because, some of these places, they are so rural that actually Joe, myself, Alvin, I remember Alvin, Shaz, we thought we were going to die there. That is how we were going to die. Yeah. It was that rural. So, but we came back, we are at home now, and we hope to do it again this time around for the tour.
That's right.
Yeah?
That's right.
So so we are looking forward to see you there in Bali lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please come and join us, bro. I reckon I'm just having a look at the time.
One more TikTok.
One more TikTok, and then that's it. Okay.
One more
TikTok. Let's go. Playing now.
One night, a real estate agent was recording a video of herself inside one of the properties she was trying to sell.
Okay. This is
Usually,
all about
clients
properties
request
now.
to see the
Everything's about
houses, and she
properties.
often does a video tour for them to see the inside. One day, she does a small intro leading to the inside of the house,
trying to sell the
Yes.
while waiting for some clients to arrive.
Join me on a tour of this charming 3.5.
Yeah, of course, charming. Yeah.
Join me on a tour
Face
of this
window.
charming 3-bed, 2.5-bath house on a quiet suburban street. Every day, you'll feel like you're coming home to your own little oasis.
Really?
Get out! Fuck!
The moment she enters the place, she hears a door in the back moving by itself,
Get out.
while also sensing an unpleasant atmosphere. So she quickly rushes out to get her camera. She also mentioned that when the clients arrived for the in-person tour, they kept hearing doors inside opening on their own. But that's not the worst of it, because some clients were interested to see a late-night tour of the same place
fuck.
she just came from earlier that day,
late night
Asking
lah.
for trouble.
as they were curious of how the interior lighting inside looked like at night.
It looked like a haunted
Seeing
house
as it's
lah,
part
you
of
know?
her job to
That's
try
right.
and sell the
It
house,
doesn't look right.
she was obliged to grant their request. So she heads over at night time and begins a video introduction. Little did she know something terrifying was about
What do
to
you mean, little
happen.
did she know? She heard doors
Watch
closing by
closely.
herself. Oh, God.
Again, why do you not bring a colleague?
Wow, it's 10 p.m. and my day was fully booked with showings of this beautiful vintage 1962.
There's an organ playing sound. Did you hear that? Oh, is that a background music?
No background music. She's got a line, just like me just now.
Wow, it's 10 p.m. and my day was fully booked with showings of this vintage 1963 bungalow.
Oh!
Yeah lah, the door opened by itself lah, when she was recording lah.
Record some more, record some more. Go record at night.
You see the house still got all those photos of
Yeah,
vintage
it's somehow you want to
photos.
go and play.
Yeah, probably the family members of those in the photo is no longer around lah, Then you want to stand there and sell their house.
One black and white, two creepy kids down there. You play some more? You play some. Why is she not running out the house?
Oh no, that is a
Go
background
ahead, do it
music.
again.
Go ahead, do it again. You see? You see?
You're on camera.
Asking for trouble. Go ahead, do it again. Fuck.
Now she is going somewhere.
Open this door.
Oh, she asked the thing to open this door.
Go ahead, open this door.
Some people just are asking for
Open this door
trouble.
like you do the other one.
Why would you? I'll leave my barang there and just go.
Come on, just move a glass or something.
It's gonna fly towards her. It's gonna. Oh! Oh, I thought it was moving. Sorry,
it's
I
not.
thought it was moving.
Oh my god. There's even dark areas like that in the
Go
house.
ahead, do it again. I'm not scared.
She's not
I'm
scared, bro.
scared.
She's not scared.
I'm scared.
Something better not jumped out.
Yeah, I got a feeling. I'm just getting ready. Oh, that's a creepy looking kitchen, man.
Yeah, man.
It looks creepy. I did laundry room. It's creepy. I don't like it. Oh!
Oh, the alarm went off.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Shit!
Wait, I thought you are not scared. Why are you running out of the house?
After seeing the alarm just drop onto the floor, the realtor realizes it might be too dangerous to stay inside.
Only then, huh?
So she
Only
quickly
then.
retreats outside.
The door opening
Upon
didn't give you an
closer
idea.
inspection, many viewers noticed something awfully strange. During her second attempt at the entry, one of the pictures on the wall begins to get darker,
really?
as if
my
it were
Lord.
morphing into something else, or as if something unseen went past it and opened the door, because shortly afterwards
Goosebumps,
the
bro.
picture
Goosebumps.
returns back to normal. Needless to say, the house definitely has her creeped out, and I'm not sure if she'll continue to try and sell the place, especially once clients start demanding a discount for the haunting.
And that house was never ever sold ever again.
But okay lah, this might come as a joke lah. But you know the guy on Wolf of Wall Street,
Is it Leonard, the actor
Jordan?
or the
Yeah, the actual person, Jordan.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
okay.
His name
I
is
never
Jordan,
watched the
right?
show, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he was deemed like the person who can sell everything, right? So
You can't say this one.
think. No. I think if he was selling that, he straight away when the door opens, he's like, "Oh, the house also come with an automatic door."
Yeah, exactly.
As you can see, it comes. Although it's 1963, a very old vintage house, but it also comes with an automatic door. You see?
It is internet ready. It's a smart home.
Ah,
Yeah.
no price, no added price, no hidden charges. It is as it is.
That thing that fell down from it was not a smoke alarm. That's an Xiaomi vacuum cleaner. It'll come down and it'll go clean the house. Then pop, it'll go back up again.
Yeah.
Brother, like why? if I'm in a room and the door open, I'll go, please do it again. I'm not scared. Would you do that?
No, I won't. One, I felt like I also wouldn't go to a house like that. I'm not familiar with by myself, like actually.
Yeah.
I won't. I mean, I would drag another person to go. Then client is like, hey, I need to shoot this area at night just to see the lighting. No lah, no.
Yeah. I'll bring a bodyguard along. I mean, to be honest, right? Like even myself, like I consider myself pretty adventurous. I like going to dark places at night and investigate. Like I want to go and I did Villa Adid, but I freaking brought Eric with me.
Yeah.
I brought Eric with me. I'm not going to go by myself. I'm not going to go, oh, Sarawak. Yeah, I'll take an Uber there. You drop me off. I'll go in through the Lalang, the thing there. I'll go and have an investigation and I'll come back. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
We're not Eric lah, huh? Eric can.
Yeah, Eric went there in freaking slippers.
Yeah, that's right. If the door opens behind Eric like that, Eric probably said, "Do you need help, my friend? Do you need help?
Are you cold? Are you cold?
Do you want to come home with me?" Probably that.
In breaking news, an Australian man goes missing in Sarawak, Malaysia, after being dropped off the infamous Villa Adid. All they found was his underwear. No way, bro. I'm not going to do it. No way. But, okay, tell you what. The two TikToks tonight, genuinely, hair stood up.
Yeah.
I don't know why my hair stood up.
Yeah, the first one was creepy. I think the second one, I've seen it before.
Yeah.
But the first one was creepy lah. Yeah, hotel.
Except when you're with Joe, Kim, Shaz, and the rest in Bali. You'll be okay. We'll protect you.
You'll be okay. Yeah.
80%.
The Balian will protect us.
Yeah, 80%.
Yeah,
No, 100%. 80%.
80%. No, we don't guarantee 100%.
Yeah, it's only 80%, guys. Only 80%. No, look. We've come to the end of our show tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We are there now, commenting live on the comment section. So thank you so much for joining us and for being there with us. Kim, it's your time to tell a joke. You already talked about wet and moist in the hotel room today. So can we move on from that?
No dirty jokes, huh? No dirty jokes.
No, you can do dirty jokes, but just enough
Too
moistness.
dirty. Too dirty. Okay. Have you heard about an auto server with no arm? No? Doesn't ring a bell? Okay. Another one. Since it's not dirty, so I'll give you another one. No, like we say again, we are going to Bali very soon, right? So again, if you guys want to come with us, remember to drop us a comment. So I went to do my shopping for Bali the other day lah. I was looking for a camouflage pen, but I couldn't find it.
On that note, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Kim, would you like to sign out? Fuck hell.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for chilling with us for tonight until the next one, seen or unseen, when the lights out. There we do. Thank you very much. Good night.
And I think the audience knows exactly what I'm going to say. The 2 TikTok videos tonight of the hotel and that house, I'm in no doubt I will burn it out. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a very good night. Another episode of Lights Out done. It is Lights Out.